The computer, the printer port plugs into this little A to D gizmo and steps through the bias points of these two amplifiers to measure the current draw of these 8 output tubes, and then graphs them out and gives you a bias readout. So then we can batch all the tubes. And then another jig like this thing here, we just built this year. This one steps through all these tubes and gives you a little reading whether he's going to be really good for a differential push-pull circuit or better for a series connected circuit. And then it'll go again to another jig and get measured for noise and all that kind of stuff. So, and all the 9-pin tubes, they all get burned in over here. But in quality control room, everyone's got audio precisions. They've all got their tannoys. They've all got CD players and stuff, and everything's getting measured. Then it comes out here, it gets cooked and burned in for days and days. Then it goes back again, it gets recalibrated and measured again and listened to before it comes back out for packing. So the QC procedure also takes days and days and days to go through it all, because the tubes change. And you can, you know, that's why we have to burn them in. And the tubes today are junk compared to what we were using 20 years ago. They're just crummy. And sometimes we're lucky to get a 20% yield out of a batch. And then what does that cost? You know, if that tube cost 10 bucks, but I had to go through, you know, like 8 of them or something to get one that works, you know, or 10 of them to get 2 that work or something, what's that tube cost me now? It's a lot. So just learning about, or realizing like, damn, that's an expensive tube, you know, that's another factor in why the prices have to go up, because the tubes themselves are not as good as they used to be. It's like input driver output tubes and just emanating like this instead of like coming this and out. And I wanted everything to be really symmetrical, like all the signal paths equal and all this. So I thought, oh, well, this kind of triangle shape, oh great, I'll put power transformer here, output, yeah, no, a signal flow would be great. And I drew this seriously on a cocktail napkin with Gordon Holt at a Stereophile show in Chicago, I think it was. And he looked at it and said, that looks like a stingray. And that's where the name came from. Wow. That is a true story.
Really?
God bless Gordon Holt. It's really evolved to do something on this level, what we do, and to sell gear worldwide. You know, someone was asked about transformers humming, you know, like in 50 hertz countries, over, you know, everywhere except for here. Transformers are all noisier at 50 hertz than they are at 60 hertz. So we have to design for 50 hertz, and then they'll be quieter at 60 hertz.